Hold on to your mug. We're in for a wild night.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Born to Be Wild listener series. My name is Nate Wolfe. I'm one of the hosts of Born to Be Wild, Wild exclusive Hearthstone podcast. We have just finished recording the show for this week, and I'm joined by my co-hosts Hydralisk and Electric Sheep City. So welcome back. It's great to see you guys, of course.
Meowdy, meowdy.
Nice.
Been a minute.
Literally one.
Yes. So tonight we are in the season 3 semifinals. So this is top 4 here, and tonight we're featuring a match between JordanMG and SchmoopieDaddy. So the winner of this match will go to the finals. Very, very exciting. So what is the Born to Be Wild listener series? If you're new to this, this is a weekly wild tournament with custom deck building restrictions and different restrictions each week. Quickly getting into the rules of the season, we are playing in the Conquest format. If you're not familiar with that, to play a round of Conquest, each player selects one of their decks to use for the first game. This is a bring 4, ban 1, so each player will be playing with 3 decks. Any deck that wins a game cannot be selected for the remainder of the round, meaning that the winning player must move on to a different deck. The losing player may switch decks, but is not required to. The winner of the round is the first player to win using all of their decks. So, bring 4, ban 1. It looks like they both banned Shaman tonight. To win, they've got to be playing with winning with all 3 of their decks. So we've had special deck building restrictions each week. This week is no exception. Sheep, if you don't mind telling us about this week's custom deck building restrictions.
Absolutely. So this week is called With the Whisper. Chaos comes from yours truly, Electric Sheep City. So the rules for this week are pick an old god, Mecha'thun, N'Zoth, Yogg-Saron, or Y'Shaarj. Build 4 decks featuring that old god. Whichever old god you choose, you can use any iterations of that old god for your 4 decks. For example, you can have Mecha'thun for 1 deck, Mecha'thun the Shattered for a 2nd deck, and 2 Mecha'thuns for the 3rd and 4th if you decide to go the Mecha'thun route. So that is how you satisfy the requirement. You pick an old god and you praise that old god for all 4 of your decks. It must be the same old god that you were using as your hero for all 4 of those decks. So in the example given, that was the Mecha'thun example. As I said, Mecha'thun can count as Mecha'thun. The other 2 only have 2 options. We do have a few bans this week, more than a few. So ban and how. Banned this week are Call to Arms, Celestial Alignment, Dark Bishop Benedictus, Dirty Rat, Expired Merchant, Ice Block, Ignite, Rigged Fair Game, Sage, Seer of Darkmoon, Ship's Cannon, all of the quest lines, not the quests, but the quest lines, all of the hero cards, including Galakrons, and all weapons except for Counterfeit Blade, Necrium Blade, and Sphere of Sapience. So a more wide-sweeping ban list this go-around. So that is, in a nutshell, the deck building restrictions for this week, centered around an old god.
We are trying to force these lovely gentlemen to actually play the old gods and not play a meta deck with one old god at the top that never gets played. So let us look at these deck lists real quick and see what kind of mischief we're going to be seeing tonight. So first up is Jordan, who will be playing. He brought Druid, Shaman, Paladin, and Warlock, with the Shaman being banned. Jordan's got 4 Reno decks, and the old god of choice is N'Zoth. Looks spicy, of course. I see a Hydralisk in that Druid list. I love that. A bunch of big demons in the Warlock. And, you know what I see in here? I see 2 N'Zoths in each deck.
Yeah.
I like
N'Zoth,
it.
the Corruptor and God of the Deep, is featured in all 4 decks.
Oh, yes.
All 4 decks, as you mentioned, are also Highlander decks. So we will see our friend Reno Jackson, who will in fact be rich at one point in the series, I'm sure.
I love it. Okay, all right, let's move over then to SchmoopieDaddy, who, like we mentioned, is playing Mecha'thun. So, Druid, Paladin, and Warlock with the Shaman Band.
Yeah, so that Druid looks to be pretty much like a Guardian Animals Druid. We've got the Witchwood Grizzlies in there. We've got the Twilight Runners, Teacher's Pet, Moonfang. And of course, we've got Bran to go with that Mecha'thun synergy. And of course, Aviana and Coon.
Because why not?
Exactly. And since Celestial Alignment was in fact banned, Schmoopie didn't bring it, but he does have an Innervate to go Aviana, Innervate, Coon to combo off to get that Bran and Mecha'thun synergy going there.
Hey, that's one way to do it.
Pretty spicy.
Yeah. And these lists look like so much fun. All right. Well, whenever they are ready to go, we can queue up and start the matches here.
So it looks like with Schmoopie's decks, Schmoopie's running the standard regular Mecha'thun for the Druid and the Paladin, but with the Warlock, he has Mecha'thun the Shattered instead.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Not decide to go with Mecha'thun for any of them, but Mecha'thun the Shattered
Good times.
The bring for the Warlock. Excitement abounds.
All right, chat. Who are you voting for? I'm just excited. Like this is the matchup before the finals. Like these guys have had to win a lot of games to get here, and so I'm very excited to just see what happens. I think either way, we're sort of in for a treat. And we tried hard with the ban list to encourage creative deck building here. And I think there were still some ways to kind of get around it if you wanted to build a meta deck. And I'm really appreciative that they decided to play in the spirit of the rules to create some truly off meta decks. And so the results are going to be a little bit crazy. And so regardless of who wins, like I'm kind of amped for this. This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, regardless of who wins and who loses, we as the viewers and casters here definitely win getting to watch and cast these incredible players and incredible deck builders, and they brought, like you said, decks that fit the spirit of the competition. And without further ado, we are diving in with
We have a
Warlock Mirror
right off the bat.
Oh, snap. All right.
Oh, and I missed it in our perusal, but Schmoopie is running in their Warlock Supreme Archaeology. Like I mentioned, the quest lines were banned, but not the quests. So Supreme Archaeology is, of course, legal.
I'm here for it. I love this. I'm excited to see, especially with, I feel like Jordan is at somewhat of an advantage here because the Reno decks are so powerful. That being said, like the consistency reduces, right? When you've only got one of each card.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to see a truly successful quest Warlock with Supreme Archaeology. I know people running with Malygos a long time ago to some limited success. So I'm really excited to see what Schmoopie can do with this. I hope that we see something truly glorious and terrible.
We may have had a dirty rat ban, but they're still mutinous.
Hey.
Oh boy.
Interesting. Well,
Hungry Murlocs.
if Mutinous eats an old god, that'll be something.
That would be incredible.
Ban my dirty rat, huh? They're still mutinous.
Nom nom nom.
Can you imagine buffing your Mecha'thun up to like a 50-50 Mecha'thun and like Mutinous eats it? Jeez.
That is a plot twist.
Nothing as it seems.
You know how you buff your Cthulhu no matter where it is? What if you ate it with Grawl the Shark?
So
Wouldn't it become huge?
It probably would. So Schmoopie's at 14 out of 20 and happened to draw another plot twist. And so we're going to see that quest completion awfully soon.
Jordan's getting the Moarg Felfiend instead of the Void Lord there.
That is
Sorry,
a
Forge
big
Fiend.
boy.
That is a big boy. A lot bigger attack than that Void Lord. Probably the result Jordan was looking for, truthfully.
I imagine Schmoopie wants to complete that quest, but oh yeah, here we go. That 8/8 is just too big to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guarantees killing the Forge Fiend. Clears the board. Heals up a bit. I like it. The quest will be completed this turn pretty easily. Schmoopie didn't need to hero power to do it, but he decides to anyway, and oh, okay.
Holds on.
What happens when the quest completes and then you plot twist?
So the quest completion just changes your hero power. It's
Right,
not
right.
like
So
the Demon Hunter
Okay.
quest line.
So there's
right?
really no benefit to sitting on the plot twist here, but okay. Hey, there's N'Zoth.
One of them. The only duplicate that Jordan runs is N'Zoth because they're different N'Zoths. So Jordan's Kazakus potion went for a 10. Gain 10 armor. Give your minions +6 health. Jordan, of course, knows that Schmoopie is running the Cthulhu lineup here. So having his minions have as much health as they can makes a lot of sense. Schmoopie at 10 cards.
Of course it's the right way.
So we're going to see something get dumped at least. Holding on to the tour guide probably for a second Plague of Flames.
And what did the mutinous just eat here? Oh, Lord Godfrey. Okay.
Yep. 7 mana 4/4, 8 a 7 mana 4/4.
Fair.
And there's that second Plague of Flames. Just drawn by Schmoopie. Ooh, and one of the Cthulhu pieces.
I would love to see a Cthulhu come down. It's one of those like that you so rarely see on ladder.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see it at some point in the series. I don't know if we'll see it this game. We might, though. We really might.
I mean, if the deck is based on draw mechanics,
Kind of what I'm thinking.
he could get these pieces down maybe easier than we thought.
Especially because if any of them are drawn with a tap, they cost 0.
Yeah. Oh, and we see him pick up one of the pieces as well.
Yeah,
I love-
that piece is Maw of Cthulhu, so destroy a minion.
If you've noticed, Schmoopie's got a nice theme going with the hero chosen and the card back.
Oh, I love it.
So true.
Armor, lightly used armor.
Jordan getting second Kazakus.
I wonder if he was digging for that mutinous.
I think he may have been. I wonder what Jordan is hoping to hit with Mutinous, since he knows that Cthulhu the Shattered can't be in hand yet. Maybe Lorekeeper Polkelt?
Wow, that was a pretty strong Kazakus push, and I was wondering, he's going to be at 10 cards. I didn't want him to overdraw. Ended up going with the 1 mana Kazakus potion. Summoned this Void Caller here, which could pull a Void Lord.
Yeah, if it dies right now, that is the only demon in hand, so it guarantees to pull the Void Daddy. And it looks like Schmoopie's digging. Not going to have the mana or actually the card in hand anymore since he plot twisted for the Plague of Flames.
Yeah, I wonder, the
There's Jordan's
Plague of Flames.
right. Schmoopie's health, so he's at 22 right now with the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Kazakus would give you like a Bloodlust or something like that, right? Which is, I don't know, it's potentially kind of dangerous here.
Yeah, Zeph would in the game right now. Jordan, of course, does not have the hand space to tap to dig for Zephyrus, unfortunately. Jordan smorking. What's he gonna spend his mana on?
Soul of the Kazakus.
Sure enough. Kazakus for one. Yep.
Oh, as the rope is burning too.
And makes the minions more durable.
Wow. You have to imagine that Schmoopie's going to drop this Twisting Nether relatively soon, but yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, I imagine we see it come down.
I
the
think so,
turn.
right? That board's getting a little bit scary. Yeah.
Let's see the Void Lord pop out now.
Yep.
Is he running 2 Twisting Nethers? Not looking at the deck list at the moment, but
Schmoopie is only running 1 Twisting Nether. So, definitely seeing a body of Cthulhu come down right here. Schmoopie only at 13 health. Dropping the body of Cthulhu. Protects his face. Jordan considering dropping one of the N'Zoths right now.
yeah, he did have some demons and some Quillbore. A Quillbore, right?
Yeah, so we had, of course, the Moarg Forge Fiend, Mutinous for his Murloc. Could also pull a Void Caller.
Wow.
Goes with N'Zoth.
That is a pretty beefy board.
Yeah, basically, sort of just makes Schmoopie like, do you have it or do you not have it? I mean, Schmoopie's low, right? So building,
Yeah, actually, and I don't really know how Schmoopie's going to deal with this.
just puts Schmoopie like in an awkward position. Maybe he's got plague, maybe he doesn't. Jordan doesn't know. Does he have enough minions? If he can see the list that there was only the one Twisting Nether.
Schmoopie at 9 cards in hand, so can tap. Oh, there's the Plague of Flames.
And we've got a few small minions in hand, so
I imagine we're probably going to see a hand dump right now and then a plague come down.
yeah, for sure.
Probably trade Cthulhu's body in.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the 2/4. Oh. Well, there's a Defile also. I almost wonder if you try to make that work. No. Nah, I don't. There's no 2 health here, and
He could make it. No?
No, there's no 4 attack.
he could. Yeah, he could make it out of the. Yep, right there.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
He still have to deal with a N'Zoth, but Well, that's not a bad defile.
Yeah. Speaking of N'Zoth, in the words of DJ Khaled, another one.
All right, 9 health left. There's a Defile in hand, Plague of Flames. What do we got here?
Ooh. That Heart of Cthulhu.
Deal 3 to all in combination with the defile.
1-1-1. Oh, take out most of this.
Yeah, and the Maw of Cthulhu can deal with the N'Zoth God of the Deep. Yep. As well as put Cthulhu the Shattered into the deck with only 4 cards in deck.
Wow. Oh.
Oh!
There it is. There it is. Wow. Look at Jordan here, sitting here with 9 armor, though.
Yeah.
9 armor and 4 health on board.
It's a bit of a problem.
Yeah. Make it 5 health on board? No? Yes?
So many possibilities.
The Kazakus potion giving Jordan's minions +6 health apiece is also incredibly relevant.
Yeah, actually, that you're right.
I wonder.
Deciding to pass on that in order to draw 3 with the backfire. Seeing Lothab come down. And that Reno draw is going to make a possible Cthulhu drop.
You know, I had to wonder if his goal is to was to like get Bran or Cthulhu down to 0 and do like a double whammy like Bran Cthulhu. Would have been pretty spicy.
Yeah.
Would have been nice.
Well, Schmoopie's gonna have to armor up here, otherwise he's just dead on board.
That'll put him up to 11.
If he brands,
You can Bran it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he probably has to, because
15
otherwise the
then?
demonic assault puts him almost there.
Oh, he's going
Oh,
for the
dropping the
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
I
That'll
love
do
it.
Hail Mary.
Well,
Will it take... Yeah, okay, well, it got rid of the entire board.
you know, Reno Jackson is a card for sure, though. Oh, look, we're gonna get a fireball right here, right, or a gore howl. Oh well. Oh, well.
Jordan taking game 1.
How
Zephyrus.
That was
Zephyrus.
awesome, though.
have
clinching
to
that win.
absolutely applaud Schmoopie for playing the Cthulhu, knowing that the game was pretty much over. As a caster, very, very much appreciate getting the chance to see that Cthulhu come down. So
Where else are you going to see games like these, right?
We not only saw 1 old god, we saw 3 old gods that game. 3.
3 were played.
hey, this is great. That means that it's working as intended, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah, it makes me wonder, actually. I think that Jordan has sort of an advantage here playing the Highlander decks, just with the life refill of Reno Jackson and some of the Highlander cards having some pretty crazy effects if they're able to go off there. All right, looks like they're queuing up game number 2.
We see Schmoopie on the Paladin and Jordan pulling the Druid. Okay,
Christology is definitely coming down. He's going to want to buff. He's got Grime Street Outfitter.
think we see Grime Street Outfitter or Coin Solid's Pride.
There's the Solid's Pride.
So trading off the Solid's Pride will enable that Grime Street Outfitter to buff a lot more. Never mind.
Nice. I mean, it's 3 damage. I could see why he put it at face.
Yeah,
Hey.
I absolutely can too. And the native draw on this turn and the subsequent turn is going to fill the hand up even more. So Schmoopie knows what he's doing.
Wow. That is truly going to be a
Boom.
buff hand.
Jordan does run poison seeds, which is quite interesting. That could really take down a big buff board at some point in time.
I love this deck. This is a legit Cthulhu deck with Cthulhu supporters. So this will be interesting. And Schmoopie here, this is, I mean, is really like hoarding the cards in hand to buff. Like,
Oh, it's
value.
wondrous.
That is pure value. Wow.
Glorious and terrible.
Yeah.
Jordan just taking apart the board that was presented. Of course, Schmoopie's been buffing his hand, so we're about to see a few more boards where that came from. 5-4 Disciple of Cthulhu.
I am so thoroughly entertained, I cannot even tell you. Wow. That's a board. I mean, he's really putting the pressure on Jordan. I mean, I wonder if Jordan's gonna have to use that poison seeds earlier than he wanted to.
Yeah, I feel like I'd want to be greedy with it.
Yeah.
But Schmoopie's still got a large hand and of plenty of buffed cards still.
Right? No, that's the thing. I mean, he can run 2 4/4s into this Moarg right here and not feel bad about it.
We got the glowstone that could further buff the hand too.
And since Schmoopie doesn't have the Cthulhu in hand quite yet, waiting to buff the hand further makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jordan is making that read there, but also he doesn't know that the glowstone tech is in hand either. So
You know, I never considered running hand buff with Cthulhu, but I suppose in theory it works, right? Because your Cthulhu,
Yeah.
I mean, it plays off of the total stats, regardless of how they're buffed, right?
I have tried it in practice as well. Can confirm it works.
I love it. I love
Schmoopie is 8 cards deeper into his deck than Jordan is right now.
Okay.
The sheer amount of draw here is astounding.
I just am so entertained. I have no words.
Jordan gonna consider it, but let's be real, he's not playing that Mutanus, right?
Probably.
Like
Yeah,
the hand has been buffed like whoa, That
Yeah, there it
Mutanus,
is.
even if it doesn't get Cthulhu,
It's gonna
is
get
getting
something.
a buff dude. Yeah.
Oh, low rolled a bit there. Got a 3-3.
Yeah. That is a definite low roll for Jordan.
I mean, hitting a broom though is nice. So
Yes. And the read there that the hand has been buffed like whoa, playing the Mutanus to pull those stats out of hand. It was a good read.
yes.
This is not what we stood for.
Schmoopie saying you can't have that Mutanus anymore.
Yep. And that Talon Forge Ring is going to pull Cthulhu.
Yeah, buddy. And that is, in fact, the only 10 cost card in Schmoopie's deck.
Makes sense. Oh, look at he is thinking about dropping a Samuro here.
Yeah.
I mean, it really helps get through this. So
Clears off one altogether. Double trade Treants in for the second. Some work for 12.
Wow.
all right. So
I'm a fan of Smorkage, and that's a lot of Smorkage.
what
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see a Cthulhu come down.
what does Nazoth pull here? What do we get?
Definitely the 8/8. Oh. That is
Oh.
hard.
Double
We got-
Cartoot.
We got a broom.
Double Cartoot is going to be very helpful for the health. And this armor from the Fellfiend as well. This is actually a really good board for Jordan.
Yeah, that Cthulhu is only at 12/12 right now. But
That's
that
not
brand is at a 6/8.
That is a golden Cthulhu. I like
Yeah,
that.
it is.
Oh, that is nice.
I would expect nothing less.
It's Schmoopie. Schmoopie loves this kind of stuff.
I thought that it wasn't looking so good for Jordan here, but this is a pretty good comeback board for him.
With Reno in hand.
With Reno in hand and all of these death rattles, this Mecha'thun here is going to be a force to be reckoned with when it's drawn later. So the prime version of it.
That said, whenever Schmoopie pops that Mecha'thun, that turns off Reno Jackson.
Oh,
Because we've
snap.
already got one Mecha'thun Prime in hand in deck.
You are correct.
So unless Jordan draws the Mecha'thun Prime, one of the two Mecha'thun Primes, that's going to turn off the Reno Jackson synergy here. See if Schmoopie recognizes and kills that off. He does.
Nice.
And
For
that
Schmoopie, anyway.
Bran is not dead on board.
Oh, it's still active. It shows.
Yeah.
Oh,
yellow.
because Jordan played one Mecha'thun Prime. That's right.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay.
Jordan knows what he's doing, of course.
Yeah, and look at respecting the brand too. I think, especially knowing that Cthulhu is, a card, and Smoopie's only got 2 cards left in his deck, and so that thing's coming down relatively soon.
That's 25 with the hand, and yeah, that's just lethal.
I was gonna say, does he have
That's exact lethal.
order low? Come
Yeah.
on, I wanted to see lethal with Cthulhu, but
I can't blame Jordan for passing on Reno there, but oh man, that feels like a punish.
Yeah, hindsight, I suppose. I would have passed as well.
Yeah, I definitely would have to. So he knew that Cthulhu was in Schmoopie's hand because of the Talon,
yeah.
but I don't know if he kept tabs on the Cthulhu buffs.
Yeah, good question. I'm not sure. Okay, so far it's 1-1 though. All right.
And Schmoopie switching back over to that Warlock.
I must protect the Fire Lord.
And Jordan staying with the Druid and having Mutanus in hand, but pitching it because Schmoopie's on the Warlock, which has Cthulhu the Shattered and not OG Cthulhu.
Not needing it. Yeah, yeah.
I was really impressed how fast Shmoopie pulled off Supreme Archaeology last game. It was very quick.
Yes, I agree. I am curious what the end game plan here is. Like, you know, are you wanting to like brand Cthulhu? I mean, if you're going up against a Druid or some other deck that has either a large board or potential for a lot of armor, having Cthulhu Shattered as a win con may be a little bit difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can armor past it, then it really doesn't get there without the brand, unfortunately.
Here for the tour?
He is definitely looking to complete that quest as soon as possible with the tradable cards and Valdris. So there's the possibility. I mean, I think what, you know, really the ultimate win con, right, that you're looking for is Bran into Cthulhu the Shattered. Which would be pretty rad, honestly.
Yes. Yeah, highlight reel.
And of course, Schmoopie knows that this is being casted, so he's going for the highlight reel. I can't blame him.
I do appreciate that. I imagine we want to see him play, or he's going to want to play Valdris pretty soon, right? Just draw more cards and get a bigger hand size. Oh, and look at, he does have two pieces of Cthulhu in his hand.
Yeah, I wonder if he's holding on to Valdris for whenever Cthulhu the Shattered is in deck. Since it's just such a powerful draw engine. It's draw 4.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Jordan dropping the Dreadlord now. Schmoopie can, if Schmoopie can kill it, which we see the Plague of Flames in hand, we know that he can.
Yeah, there's no real punish, right? I mean,
Yeah. No punish until the Cthulhu the Shattered is in hand, or in deck rather.
right.
Speaking of, Cthulhu the Shattered is now in deck. Oh no, sorry.
One piece away. Yeah.
One piece away. I got too excited.
We must expand our minds.
I'm gonna cry if that mutinous eats the Cthulhu. Talk about highlight reel though.
Oh, boy.
No joke.
And
Patient shop
Schmoopie's
18
actually presenting a fair amount of pressure on the board.
And now it's all tutus.
Yep.
Poison Seeds is pretty cool, actually, with Hydronox there.
Yeah, that worked out very well for Jordan. That's a good board. And this Deathlord is going to remain a problem. I mean, I think he's going to want to target it right away, at least before Cthulhu is back in his deck.
And Jordan dealing with all but one of the treants.
I think Schmoopie's going to have to clear that board pretty soon. Also, he's looking at a lot of damage here.
Yeah, Schmoopie does also have fair amount of cheap minions to toss into play in conjunction with the Plague of Flames.
He's
So
got
can toss out the Tour Guide, the Blood Mage Thalnos, the Loot Hoarder. That's 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you might
So
just want a
4
Hysteria.
Armor Vendor. Yeah, armor or Hysteria is cleaner,
Ooh.
especially if it does that.
It did very well, now didn't it?
Sure did.
Godfrey is a good pull for Jordan on that
Oh,
Death Lord.
If I roll me.
And Schmoopie with now a hand of 9, but an overall hand space of 12, so not in danger of
Ooh.
overdrawing.
he's really wanting to get that Cthulhu at 0 to play with the Bran.
Yes, please. I want to see it.
I just for the highlight reel. I mean, Jordan's got a giant board here, though, especially with the Hydralisk, that when this dies, like, it's going to bring all this stuff back again.
We've got a Hysteria.
His board looks
a
really
Defile.
clean.
So Schmoopie only has 4 cards in deck. We have not yet seen the Twisting Nether.
That's true. $11 cards, 4 cards. I almost wonder if he wants to hero power and be searching for that Cthulhu.
Oh no, he wants to Lorekeeper pull Kelt.
Oh,
Tap.
Got the 0 mana hero power.
Bran.
this
Cthulhu.
Hecklebot might be a problem.
Oh no. Jordan, I understand exactly why you want to do it. It's the right play. But I want to see. I want to see Bran Cthulhu. Hecklebot is absolutely the right play.
Oh no! Good job, Jordan.
That was-
Well played, Jordan.
Well
That was
played.
absolutely the right play.
It was.
was.
But I wanted to see Bran Cthulhu. Well played, Jordan.
No, 100%. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That was the right play. Good
It
job.
was. We all wanted to see it, but I mean, right? Like
Little
you still
disappointed.
want to win, so you're gonna do it, right?
Jordan wanted to win. He did the thing to win.
I don't blame him at all, and I appreciate that. The problem I think is Schmoopie was telegraphing it like a mile away. It's like, hey, this.
Oh
is,
yeah.
And so we see what's happening here, but would have been
Yeah,
entertaining. But I appreciate. Hey, Jordan's wanting to win it. He's doing very well, and
Absolutely. And Schmoopie, if he had just played the tour guide and not played the piece of Cthulhu to shuffle Cthulhu in, with 5 mana, well, I mean, really, even without playing tour guide, 5 mana to shuffle. Oh no, because then Lorekeeper Pull Kelt would have had to come down. Never mind.
Oh well.
I tried to math it out. I was incorrect. My bad.
Awaken the Makers. That is a card.
That is definitely a card. The rest of Jordan's hand, though, feels pretty bad.
It's pretty clunky. The Seance is an interesting card. You save it for Amara. Play Amara twice.
Play Amara twice, or use it to hyper ramp into Amara. It's versatile. It can be either one, or on Reno Jackson himself. Very versatile.
I guess that biology project helps the clunky hand for Jordan. A little closer to
Yeah.
playing some of those bigger cards.
So true. And Schmoopie just drawing. Drawing. Oh, but both of those
Armor,
went for
armor.
armor. Yeah.
all armor.
Drawing with the Twilight Runner, and armor with the branching paths.
I suppose. I mean, he does have this overflow. I'm guessing that he was not wanting to overdraw with overflow.
Yeah, I can see
It's a
that.
good point. Dumping hand, especially because the rest of his hand is fairly clunky
He is sitting
by
on.
design,
He's sitting on both Aviana and Kuhn.
and an Innervate. So he's got that combo.
Oh,
He's definitely got a lot of draw, I guess, with not having to use the paths for draw.
and a lightning bloom.
Oh, sure enough. So now he just needs Bran and Cthulhu. He's looking for it. Oh, and Survival of the Fittest, of course, gives Cthulhu +4/+4 as well. Love to see it. Schmoopie drawing a Dark Arakoa. Oh,
Oh, snap.
hyper ramping into that Survival of the Fittest.
Oh
and
boy, that
working
was
for 18.
Oh,
that was gross.
Yeah. You
There's
take
another way
those
to
if
do
you're
it.
Schmoopie.
Yeah, Mass Hysteria definitely has to come down here, right? Yeah.
Is he going to draw 2 more cards? Yep.
If Twilight Runner goes first, then it does. That puts Schmoopie at 9 cards, so he's not even overdrawing. Yeah,
He is overloaded.
he is overloaded, but
That's a big boy.
6 mana, 9/11. Boot for 3 and say your turn.
I mean, I'd feel like I'd want to put the taunt down. But
Yeah. Taunt
gotta
for
be-
8, heals for 8, or
it's
armor
basically
for 8.
healing for 16 here, right?
Exactly. That's the play. Schmoopie drawing a Witchwood Grizzly, which will be a 7/12 from hand. Pretty solid.
I want to see what spells Jordan has as well that he can pull.
My winged children fill the skies.
And Aviana, Lightning Bloom, Kuhn, Kel'Thas.
Oh,
Schmoopie's
boy.
going off this turn. That's a Cthulhu. That's not a Bran. That is a Cthulhu.
Oh, he's going to shuffle another one with Sathravar.
He sure is. Not only is he shuffling another one,
Oh, he's putting back in
putting
his
one
hand.
into his hand.
Oh.
He doesn't have the board face
There's
to
no
bring
room.
it.
There's no room. But that's quite the board. No, there's a Zephyrus
Zephyr
for a
clear.
twisting nether.
Zephyr clear, but Jordan would.
He'll
Still
still,
be-
yeah, the Cthulhu in hand, I think will.
I think that's it.
So the Cthulhu is at 9/9. The 13/13 is
Oh,
because of survival of the
it
fittest.
is 9/9.
Oh.
So yeah,
Is he just gonna
for
f-
6?
Is he just going to freeze the board and seance? He could seance the Zeph.
Yeah, he's gonna seance
Okay,
the
that's
Zeph next
smart.
turn.
That was smart.
Schmoopie missed out on a hero power last turn. I don't think he's gonna miss out on a hero power this turn. Boopin.
Heads
Well,
up, play from Jordan.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
very much so. And here's the seance. I'd be surprised if we didn't see another blizzard.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm not surprised. Schmoopie sitting with a full hand.
What is the comeback mechanic from Jordan here, though?
Kazakus so that Cthulhu doesn't kill him and then draw into Reno.
A psychic. He could get a psychic scream from the
If he gets psychic scream, then he puts 2 more Cthulhu's into Schmoopie's deck.
That is true. He needs some. Oh.
He was looking for it though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh,
So
look
he's putting 2 Zephyrus into his pool. There's one.
I guess he's gonna freeze again.
Well, with that hero power.
Oh no, he just hero powered.
He did get Frost.
He's got a
Nova,
Frost
though.
Nova.
Yeah.
That's really heads up though, because he kept the Blizzard from popping so that that Dark Arakoa didn't boop.
Armor.
Didn't boop. Didn't die so that Schmoopie had a board space. Or it in the parlance of our time, didn't boop.
Almost feel like it's delaying the inevitable, but
Yeah, Jordan digging into his own deck. Jordan going for a 1. Freeze 1, I guess. Deal 2 to all, I guess. I think he didn't choose freeze 1 for the first one because it was available for the second. He went draw a card and then freeze 1. Yeah. That's it for Jordan.
yeah.
We're tied at 2-2.
Great games. Oh, is he gonna drop the Cthulhu? Dude, oh.
He did attack with Cthulhu to end it. We respect that.
Yeah.
These are some really tight
right.
matches here. Like, quite incredible. And I really want to give Jordan props there. I think playing to his outs, he made a couple of really good heads up plays there. Especially, you said before the Raised Dead, he ran both Zephs in to try to increase his chances of getting another one off of Raised Dead. And so heads up plays there. I think he did a great job playing to his outs, and
Agreed.
that board was just too big to handle. Put him on the defensive. So
He managed to stall a lot too.
Yeah. He played to his outs. He played that really, really well. Props to Jordan on that one.
this will be an interesting matchup because this is, I think, sort of the deck that Schmoopie has struggled with a little bit, and it's a little bit slower. But this priest deck is also a little bit slower. So
Yeah, this Warlock deck has been Schmoopie's 2 losses.
right,
This priest deck has the ability to heal a lot.
It does. It definitely does, but that Warlock deck also has the possibility, if draw RNG goes like Schmoopie wants it to.
That is the truth. Yeah.
The brand Cthulhu.
Exactly. That's what he's hoping for. I mean, let's be real. Whether it kills Jordan or not, that's what we're all hoping for, is a brand Cthulhu at some point, right?
Yes.
I'm so excited that this came down to 5 games just for the opportunity to watch these matches play out. Oh, this has been an absolute blast. 2 very, very good players. So
Yeah, 2 great players. A great series.
I'm fortunate to have witnessed this.
Front row tickets.
We couldn't have asked for a better series to cast. This has been fantastic. Raised Dead? Power word shield to draw. Smart.
Another one.
In the words of DJ Khaled.
I always thought that the person on the power word shield kind of looked like Mega Man.
It does look like Mega Man.
I never really examined them too closely, but you were completely correct. Looks exactly like Mega Man.
Well, Jordan's just plugging away, working at completing that quest.
Schmoopie
Ooh.
overdrawing, but
A draw
only
card.
overdrawing a draw card. So
Not so bad.
was basically the draw.
Yeah.
Jordan getting a tour guide from the Crystalline Oracle Death Rattle. And drawing a Psychic Scream.
Heal up.
Dumping hand a bit.
Armor up. And progressing the quest.
Mm-hmm.
Blitted Beetle is a good card.
So's your face.
A good card.
Yep. And Jordan back at 30. Yeah, it would have been devastating for Game 5 to have a piece of Cthulhu.
Milled. Yeah, that would be very
Milled.
unfortunate.
Jordan dropping Mutinous now. I understand why. He's going for like a Valdris there, right? Like he knows that Schmoopie's not gonna get Cthulhu into his hand because he knows that Mutinous is in Jordan's deck. Mm-hmm. Smart. Try and limit the draw. Try and stall out.
And the quest is complete.
What would Zeph even give here? I don't think anything worthwhile.
Yeah, not really. It could give him like Temple Enforcer.
It could give him Zephyrus into his res pool for Raise Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of awkward.
It's not a reason
right?
to play Zeph.
No.
It's not a reason to play Zeph.
I mean,
How many-
there's not lethal presented, right? So it could give you something like
No.
Wind Fury or I don't know. Oh,
Well,
we're gonna
it's
find
going
out.
for
He's playing it. All right. So Zeph decides Cabal Shadow.
You
Lord
face
Jaraxxus.
Ooh.
I mean, that's so hard not to pick just because it's fun.
As a spectator, I wanted to see Lord Jaraxxus.
You know,
As Jordan, Dread Infernal was probably the correct play.
that's
there,
a
though.
6/6.
Yeah.
I almost he's gonna force Schmoopie to play this or not. Oh,
Godfrey.
Godfrey's coming down.
I forgot about Godfrey because he kept getting eaten by Mutinous or pulled by a death
Not
lord
only
or
that, but
something.
Schmoopie just drew him, so he wasn't in hand for a evaluation with Caster Vision.
Oh,
There's
wow.
2 good cards.
There's a Zeph and a Mutinous. Those are exactly what Jordan wanted to see from that Raised Dead.
That's incredible.
There's an 8/8. Ooh.
And another
Another
8/8 and a
8/8.
7/7.
Wow, those are
Jordan.
great cards.
Jordan is forcing Schmoopie to have the Twisting Nether. Schmoopie, of course, has the Twisting Nether, which we know. Schmoopie hero powering instead.
We know, Jackson.
I wonder if he plays the Hysteria on one of those 8/8s. Oh,
Okay,
oh,
pick
that's
it away.
yeah, that's a full
I
clear.
think he is.
That was a nice way of saving the twisting.
It really was.
Yeah.
And Nazoth, plural, are exactly why he's wanting to hold those hysterias.
Oh, wow. Is that How close is he to lethal?
5 takes him down to 9. Not
Yeah.
quite lethal.
I wonder.
Almost. Not quite.
This Mind Blast might be the surprise lethal here with Zeph.
Yeah. If Schmoopie was 2 health lower, then Mind Blast Zeph into Gore Howl would be lethal.
That's Gorehowl.
But that's as much damage as Jordan can get here. So playing Mutinous. Regardless of what it pulls. Oh, and Jordan just ripping the Mind Blast in the Zeph now. Grabbing the Pyroblast, I'm assuming. Setting up lethal.
I guess
Next turn.
knowing that there's not... I mean, there's Armor Vendor.
He needs that health. He's got to get out of range. Like he knows that Zeph just yeah.
Yeah. And Schmoopie navigates that perfectly. Gets health with a touch of Nathrezine. Gets health with the Armor Vendor. Jordan says, deal with this. And Schmoopie, of course, has Twisting Nether to deal with this.
Yeah, I really think he has to.
Yeah, at this point he has to.
Yes.
Jordan put him in the position where he had to. Jordan getting Defile from the Crystalline Oracle there, and Schmoopie getting the penultimate Cthulhu piece
Yeah,
with
Jordan-
his hero power. Speaking of hero power, Jordan's hero powered past.
Yeah, there was nothing to do. It's
No.
literally a hand of removal and 1 burn spell.
Yep.
Wow. I wonder if he plays Valdris or... Oh, okay.
I mean,
Hope he just hard passes. And we're about to see that Mauve Cthulhu come down for free. Schmoopie's at 10. So a little bit of an order. No, Schmoopie, why did you? No.
Oh.
A shame concede there. Schmoopie could still have won it out. I mean, like, I know that he wanted to double Cthulhu piece and then Valdris, but why did he concede though?
Yeah, I don't know. That is not
There was still so much game there.
Yeah, there was.
I think he still could have had
I don't think
potentially
it was over.
pulled it out, but interesting. Oh well. Those were close games.
Those were close games, and I did an exclamation point instead of a question mark into our Jordan, of course, is down for an interview.
Very good.
So let's zoop on over. Greetings, travelers.
greetings.
Hey, gamer.
Hey.
Greetings, travelers.
You guys can hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
good games, you guys. Wow. That was down to the wire, too.
That last Mutanus hurt bad. That really hurt bad.
What did the Mutanus eat on the last one?
It ate Bran. It ate my win con.
We couldn't deal 60 to me.
I
missed the Bran.
to
Okay.
get past it.
In the moment, I didn't realize it was as good as it was. I was getting worried, and then when he conceded, I was like, "Wait, why did he concede?" I was like, "Oh, the brand's gone."
I know, that's what we all thought too. We're like,
Yep.
Schmoopie, no, where'd you go?
There was so much game left. What?
Yeah, but then the
Yeah.
brand. So if I had a
The
Reno
brand
or an
being
Amara
gone.
in my hand, he was doomed.
Yeah.
And I had
no.
37 life or whatever, 47 life.
Yeah, you had 37 plus the Moarg. So like I wasn't getting through that. The Hecklebot one, I actually think I punted because I shouldn't have traded. I should have hindsight 2020. I should have kept the merchant in hand and maybe taking a 50-50 or a 60%er on tapping and getting one of either Bran or Cthulhu for free.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't on the cards. I was just like, all right, well, I need Bran, so I'm going to trade. Maybe not now that I'm thinking about it. I needed Bran one way or another, but I don't know. That Mutanus hurt.
Oh, so close. Wow, those were really good games, though. I mean, coming down to game 5 for the semifinals, it's just incredible. So very, very good games played by both of you. And yeah, congratulations just on making it this far. Jordan, congrats on making it to the finals.
Yeah, congrats, Jordan. Now I hope you bring some spice to the finals, because
I'll do my best. I have to endure the pain that I have created for the final week.
I will say there was a lot of heads up plays there, Jordan, with your Zephyrus and killing them off first, making sure you could get Zephyrus again and again and again.
Blizzard game.
And
there
then
was never
Blizzard,
an
multiple blizzards and frost.
I could never win that game, but I was just keeping him hostage. I could never win.
You had 6 mana. You had 6 mana, but then you hero powered and you had 4 left. I'm like, oh no, what's he get? Oh, Frost Nova.
Yeah, I should have done the second time too, to heal for 2. I had to clear his board and out heal the 13 Cthulhu in hand, so I never had a way to win. But I was just keeping him hostage for several times.
So I'm glad you thought it was a 13, Jordan, because it was only a 9.
It was only a 9, yeah.
Oh, because the other one got buffed by...
Yeah, it didn't get
by survival of the fittest.
I thought it was a 13 too till she corrected me on it.
I guess the very first one I should have nethered then when I was at like the 12 health. Interesting.
That probably would have worked, except I mean I had a ton of gas as far as
everything was huge. You kind of popped off that turn. You also had another kid in your deck, so.
Well, that's the insane thing about part about that deck. You know, we were joking about before the match. I was just like, you know, it's so hard to look at that Druid and figure out how good or bad it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That Druid, like, today lost to the Innkeeper. So, like, I like, literally, that thing was a glass cannon. Like, that thing could pop off or that it could just fizzle out. And I wasn't sure. I was super monkus about playing it. But it was better than Dead Man's Cthulhu Warrior, and it was better than my Demon Hunter build that I had that was just way too slow. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I thought the games were great.
Yeah. The games were fantastic. Schmoopie, what you just said kind of leads me into my next question, which is really for both of you. But we'll start with Schmoopie and go to Jordan. How did you choose both your old god and then what decks you brought with your old god? How did you construct your lineup, essentially?
Sure. So for starters, I blame you and Nate for my loss 100% for making old gods week the semifinal, because I couldn't not bring a Cthulhu deck to old gods week. I've been praying and hoping for this week to happen. And it finally comes along, and semifinal, be damned, I was going to play it. So I knew that coming in. And then you guys said that hero cards were banned. And that really gut punched me, because I was going to play Yogg-Saron Cthulhu Rogue, which would basically be like, oh, let me play, 5 or 6 Cthulhuns in a turn with the Spirit of the Shark up and just play them for free and just go and go and go and go and go. And nobody will suspect it because it'll be a giant glass cannon. So that got cut. The hand buff Paladin came to me basically because hand buff Paladin, the shell, has a great draw, so I knew I could find Cthulhu. If I could find Cthulhu, I knew I could buff it up. So I basically cut the chargers and put in bad cards. The Warlock deck was actually a deck that was alive and well as bait in Darkmoon Faire before Secret Mage got like super everywhere. Like people were playing that in the meme ranks. I remember seeing Swag play it. So I basically updated it with tradable cards, which I think were much better than the soul shards that it was initially using.
Yeah.
And it was so close to getting there so many times. It breaks my heart. But it was actually a trickier deck to pilot than I initially thought. I punted a few games against the Innkeeper tonight, just trying to get into some end game scenarios. The Shaman is a deck that literally, like, it's my favorite way to play Shadowwalk Shaman. Is just stick Cthulhu in there, make a massive Cthulhu and go. But that got banned for good reason. The
For
closest
very
thing to
good
it.
reason. Yeah.
Like, it was probably the best deck of any of the others that I had put together. And then the Druid list was basically, it was like, all right. My initial thought was, let me just do Celestial Alignment, new Cthulhu, play the spells for like, you know, nothing, and then play Aviana to play new Cthulhu for free, basically. And then Celestial Alignment got banned, so I was like, all right, well, I'm still on this Druid thing, so maybe what I do is I just find ways to play, you know, OG Aviana Kun Mali Druid, but instead of Mali Druid, play Cthulhu like Rafa would. And then I tried to find buffers from there, and Survival of the Fittest and the Beast package were both good ways to filter, but also good ways to draw, especially that the 5/4 that it draws 2 when it attacks. So that
more
was
like draw 15.
yeah, it was insane. It was insane, right? Like that pop-off turn. I didn't know what I didn't know what I was getting into when I did that pop-off turn, because I was like, all right, I could play this overflow for free, but I have no idea what I'm overflowing into. So I went for it, and it happened to be one of the turns where the draw was good.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Schmoopie. Jordan, how about you? How did you decide on both your old god and then your lineup?
Well, it's a bit of a story. First off, I wanted to do Mecha'thun because that felt like a perfect mix of jank and tryhard.
Yeah.
But then every card that I felt was key to those decks got banned in the revisions you guys made. So
Whoops.
like, Ruined Mythal Rod got yeeted out of Warlock. Alignment got yeeted out of Druid. And Druid is already scuffed already because you got to run 15 minions, and that's a lot.
It's a lot.
So I was like, well, I only have 2. I could go Priest as my 3rd and run that jank list from like 2016. But then once the new changes, I was like, all right, let's look at it again. Now that Mecha'thun looks even more scuffed than originally it was scuffed. And then I was like, you know, this is or both. What's like the best to run both? Okay, we have Yogg, because obviously that's the content move. Or we have N'Zoth, because they're just both really good cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And me and Schmoopie had both agreed to play decks built around our old gods. We want to like play the old god and have it be a good card. So I was like, I'm just gonna bring 2 N'Zoths then and just throw a bunch of garbage in my deck. So I just threw every like fun golden card, legendary card I could think of. I crafted a couple bad ones like Awaken the Makers to make my priest deckers.
You crafted Awaken for that?
I crafted Awaken, yeah. And in hindsight, that was the worst part of the deck was all this Death Rattle stuff I never drew.
Oh, that's all good.
I was wondering how many Death Rattle cards did you have in that deck?
A lot. I had like
A lot.
15
'Cause you
cards that
never-
cost 2 or less, and I couldn't draw a single Death Rattle card.
I started to wonder after a while because I didn't count, but I'm like,
I had Thalnos,
like-
Hoarder, Beetle, Dead Ringer.
late game you had like 3 out of 7
drop?
done. I'm like, what's going on?
I drew every board clear that game. That was all I could draw with the board clears.
Oh yeah,
Not
you had
playing
board clears and a Pyroblast at one point.
Yeah, I don't know if that was correct, but we can get into that later, I guess. So yeah, I went with N'Zoth because both felt really clean. You have Death Rattle and Synergistic card, and then so I just put the biggest of each thing. I put the biggest dragon in, which was Dragon Queen Alexstrasza because it's a Highlander card and it's huge. Put
That came in
Mecha'thun
clutch,
because
though.
it's the biggest Murloc and it's a legendary card and it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
I put more Forge Fiend in because it's a big demon and it can go in every deck and it's huge.
Yeah, that card was pretty good. Yeah, that
My
one-
decks- My deck's had like
Especially
10
with
cards
N'Zoth.
the same in each of them. They're like
I
double
literally
N'Zoth.
looking at the lineup, I was like, all right, what am I gonna ban? All right, I'm basically playing against the same deck 3 times. So what different special of nastiness can I like? Do I not want to face?
Every deck had 2 N'Zoth, a Dragon Queen, a Forge Fiend, a Mutanus, a Reno, a Kutart Defender, a Kazakus if I could run it. They all had Dead Hand, Cultist, Zephyrs. Like,
The shaman
10
just
cards in
had
every
like a
deck.
third of most of those things because
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Shudderwock.
it was
Um,
pretty absurd.
So to kind of piggyback off of the our previous question, Jordan, you went with not only triple double N'Zoth, but also triple Highlander build. What made you go with the Highlander strategy for all 4 of your decks?
Well, that all comes down to spice, I suppose. You know?
The
Why,
content. Let's go.
Yeah, why make a refined like cube lock and N'Zoth when you could throw like every card imaginable in there? I crafted Elise That was part of it too. I
Hey,
never
there
played
you
that
go.
card,
Hey.
but I
I
crafted that.
knew it. I knew it.
Yellow card's good.
Yeah, you know, Dragon Queen Alexstrasza is like a big dragon that's good. Obviously, there's like non-Highlander ones that are probably just even better, but that card's a win condition on its own. So I wanted to put that in there, you know.
Hey, look, your collection is expanding. Congratulations.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No, the really bad card. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I liked it, so I just bought Reno because it's fun.
I love it.
That's a good.
I'm not
reason.
even sure that Reno Jackson is even like optimal in most of those decks. It's so much healing. I don't even really need it in most of them.
That's the thing. Like I was thinking about it today. I was like, do I really need like? I was like, maybe I should have put Reno in my Warlock. But then I was thinking about it. It's like, no, it's just like one more card that's just kind of like gumming it up. I either combo off or I die. So like, Reno's not going to change a whole lot in a lot of circumstances.
Yeah.
It wasn't an aggro week. I assumed you'd go a little greedy, so I sort of built stuff as if like expecting a little pressure, and then if I could handle that, it'd be good to go.
I did go with the greedier.
We tried really hard to ban like the cards that would make meta decks. But I really appreciate you all playing to the theme of this week, and your decks truly represented the theme, and so I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, definitely. The games were a lot of fun. Just next time, when you guys do an Old Gods Week, can you guys like ban Hecklebot and Mutanus? Because I'm gonna have nightmares.
Hey, that's the first thing I noticed. It's like, oh yeah, you ban
Yeah, come on, man.
Dirty Rat, and suddenly the Mutanus and Hecklebots are. So it's like, oh, okay.
After I got the first Hecklebot, I realized I didn't run it in any of my other lists, and I said, well, now why did I do that? I should have put it in L4.
Yeah.
I have no idea why I
was
only
really
put it
good
in one.
I guess there was Deathlord too, which sort of serves.
I just put it in the
similar
Druid because it was a
purpose.
taunt minion, right? I guess it's part of why I did it.
It was a really good minion this
Taunt and
week.
Death Rattle. Yeah.
I couldn't run it in my Druid because I wasn't going with Oaken because I wanted to have like Bran there for like the Giga pop off of it if the stars aligned. So, but yeah, no, it looked like a good minion this week if you were going to be a little nasty, which was fine. It was a semi-final. I mean, Jordan, I appreciate you coming down to my level. I mean, for people at home who don't have access to the Discord, I put out a message beginning of the week once I realized I was in the semi-final, basically saying like, hey, it's an Old Gods Week. I'm going to be playing nonsense. Do what you will. And Jordan, wholeheartedly embraced the idea of like, all right, well, I'm going to play some spicy stuff too, and we're not just going to jam, Old God into Secret Mage and go. Which, if we were both going for each other's throat, like, let's be honest, it'd be Dark Glare Yogg, I wouldn't play Dark Glare because I don't know how to play Dark Glare, but it'd be like Dark Glare Yogg, Scimitar Rogue, Yogg.
That darn message cost me 3,200 dust. I tell you what.
I do appreciate it. I think it was a good show for it.
Oh yes, definitely. Very good. Very good.
Awesome, guys. So good.
Yeah, we really appreciate y'all living up to the spirit of the competition. Whenever the competition was at its peak. So thank you both very much.
Sweet, no problem.
Nerves going into that last one. I wasn't sure how it would go.
I actually thought I had an advantage because I was just like, all right, what does this priest do that like outside of Mutanus that really like destroys me? And Mutanus was what destroyed me.
Oh yeah. Well,
like,
that's why we had thought early on, like, oh, let's pull Dirty Rat because I don't want someone's Cthulhu getting dirty ratted, like, and just didn't really think about.
The other minions with the similar
options.
Yeah.
I didn't even like. I actually decided to bring Mecha'thun before I realized he was Cthulhu because it was just like the biggest Murloc. I didn't even really. It's like that's a fun big Murloc. I didn't even think about it in the moment.
No, it makes a ton of sense as far as like pairing with Nuzak. That's just like what you do in standard, right? It's like you just like if you're running Nuzak, you just run Mutanus, and like literally, I saw that card in every single lineup, and my heart's. I've been practicing the night playing around it against the Innkeeper. I was just like, all right, I'm always going to keep 5 minions in my hand, which is why that last time where I lost a 25%er, it's like, oh man, like I did nothing wrong. I played around it as best I could. I had everything set up. You're going to watch the tape back, Jordan, and you were dead until the Mutanus ate the Brandon.
Yeah.
Would you have killed me the turn that you played Pulkel? Did you have Bran and then 0 mana Cthulhu?
I'm sorry. What was that? One more time.
When you played Pulkel, right? Didn't you play a 5 mana spell and then Pulkel? So you would have killed me the next turn.
Well, I'm saying no. When you ate the Bran, I played Polkout just because I was tilted. I had nothing
Oh, okay.
to
I
do.
thought it was part of the combo to like guarantee your Cthulhu hero power.
No, I had nothing. I had nothing else. I mean, I might have guaranteed the Cthulhu, but it wasn't going to matter. It wasn't going to matter.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough. You needed the brand, I think, to pop off for an OTK anyhow.
And there was a line where even if you ate my Polkout, which was also in hand, if I had decked out and just played the last spell, as long as I had, as long as I could play without Tour Guide, I could play last Cthulhu spell, Bran, tap, free Cthulhu, win. But that was like once you ate the Bran, that was it. I didn't have any out. I needed to deal 60 at once. Which I don't know if you guys were aware, the death rattles would not have triggered. So even if he had like stuff that healed him past 60,
I would have had a ton of health just in a minion, right?
Yeah.
which was always spooky because against N'Zoth,
It is possible with Amara on a big board, but
oh yeah, like
It
if you
looks
drop
pretty
N'Zoth with a huge board, like I was always trying to kind of like jockey my board clear so that you didn't have a huge N'Zoth board before I popped off. And like that game where you hecklebotted, I think I would have had it if you hadn't hecklebotted my Cthulhu. I wasn't even sure. I don't even know whether the odds on that. That might have been the only minion in the deck. I'd have to go back and check.
it felt
I
like
wasn't
it
tracking
after
it.
you played your rush guy.
It felt like it, right? Like
Probably pretty good
I
odds.
had two rush guys. So maybe I had one in the deck. Maybe I lost the 50-50 deck. I don't know.
I think you still had a rush guy in deck, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. So I lost the 50-50 there. That's all
I'm
right.
a talented gamer, huh? Wow.
Yep.
I can't draw a death rattle minions, but I can win the ones that matter, I guess.
The better player won, and we'll be going to the finals. So that's fine. I'm glad I didn't get steamrolled. And listen, this is really cool for me just getting this far. Considering that I'm usually in memeing in the dumpster, and I got to semifinals in a tournament that featured both Martian and Maxibon, who's currently like ranked number 1. At least last time I checked, he was ranked 1.
That's damn impressive.
So that was really cool to at least get this far. But I have to tell you, dude, if Ginger Ninja gets to the finals, I'm going to be game planning against you, Jordan. I apologize now in advance. My Doja mate has been helping me. He's been helping me plan. He's been helping me test. He's been tilting me in practice. We've been getting a lot better because of it. So that's who I've been working with a ton. So
If it makes you feel any better, I've been doing deck prep and practicing the whole tournament with Maxibon. So
oh well, everybody's
I've
been
had him
practicing with
helping me out.
Maxi. That's like Maxi's
Right.
like
Maxi gets around, but
Maxi.
I run just about every decision past him. He builds like
Maxi
all my
is
decks.
Maxi is this season's Megamog. Season 1, Megamog did that. He went around to everybody in practice, and then he saw the whole field. He saw the big picture, and he's just like, "All right, well, this is what my lineup's going to be." And Maxi
Smart.
did that on Turbo this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say that, but he'd always play the first stuff he saw.
I
It
know.
was just always good enough.
I know. Well,
It
that's
was.
because of Maxi,
Because
right?
he would, I guess he'd also think like he built week 5 decks like week 1, and I was like, "Why are you doing this, man? Let me get some week 1 decks first." He's like, "Yo, week 5." I'm like, "Dude, what am I bringing week 1?" He's like, "I don't care. Week 5."
Week 5.
Let's do week 5. It's like,
Wait, Max.
what do you want from me, man? I'd be building the week 5 deck. He goes, "You done yet?" I was like, "Yeah, almost." So he's like, "Okay, week 3." I was like, "What?
I
I haven't finished week 5 yet."
Funny. Jeez.
Well, super well played
Yeah.
to both of you. Schmoopie, that was an incredible series. You took it to game 5. That was incredible. And Jordan,
I'll
obviously,
take it and get swept.
yeah, obviously, Jordan, incredible series. Not only did you take it to game 5, but you clutched out game 5 itself. So congratulations to you, Jordan. Thank you both for an astounding series.
Hard agree. Yeah. All right. Before we wrap it up, y'all want to give any shout outs or share any socials or anything like that? I'll start with you, Schmoopie.
No, I just want to shout out my wife for she's still grinding away at the game. She's not quite legend yet, but she's knocked on the door once already, and she's going to keep going.
She'll
My
get
buddy
there.
Neon Heron, who who I'm assuming got the series, this little series streamed into one Brooklyn bar with a bunch of drunk frisbee hipsters, and
Hi, Neon.
Hey,
and
Neon.
I think that's all I'm going to be shouting out. Find me in Discord, in the Born to Be Wild Discord, if you guys want to come hang out.
Absolutely love it. All right, Jordan, what about you?
Well, as I mentioned, Max has helped me many weeks, so shout out to him. Thanks for that. And subscribe to me on YouTube, JordanMG on YouTube.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you
Can
both
confirm.
very,
Great
very
YouTube
much.
follow.
There may be a video with these guys soon.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It was really fun to record.
It
Can
was.
confirm.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Well, we will see you both around the Discord, and Jordan, we will see you next week for the finals.
I'll tune in.
Right on.
All right, take care.
Excitement abounds, and wiser words have never been spoken.
You heard
You
that?
heard that?
On board
Born
to be
to be
wild.
wild.